This is the stem close-up for a word within the word list 14. The stem I'm going to be talking about is dis, D-I-S. It means away, apart, not, or cease. It comes from Latin, and although we generally define dis as meaning away, it can actually have a wide variety of meanings, and sometimes is shortened to di, or even written as dif. This is going to be depending on what letters follow it. Though dis often means away, it can also mean apart, not, cease, opposite of, lack of, or even fail. Here are some interesting words that contain dis in its various shades of meaning. Disavow, disclaim. Iago disingenuously disavowed any suspicion of Desdemona. Well, that sentence has a lot of D's. Disclose means to reveal. She heroically refused to disclose her friends' names to McCarthy. Discord, conflict. Discord among the Hausa, Fulani, and Igbo divided Nigeria. Disembosom, to reveal oneself. The pitiful monster disembosomed himself to his maker. That sounds like a reference to Frankenstein. Disfigure, to deform. Snow, Auden wrote, disfigured the public statues. Dislodge, to drive out. Lee's army could not dislodge Union forces from their positions. Disgruntle, to peeve. Jove was disgruntled by the bellicose Ares. Nothing like Roman mythology, right? Disorient means to confuse. Henry Fleming was disoriented by the blow. Dissimulate, to pretend. Prospero glared at the odious and dissimulating Caliban. It's a reference to Shakespeare. Distraught, extremely upset. Heathcliff was distraught with grief over Catherine's death. Dissipate, to scatter. At last the storm began to dissipate, and the sea began to calm. Disseminate, to distribute widely. Luther's theses were disseminated all over Europe. Dissuade, to persuade against. Calpurnia could not dissuade Caesar from going. Disputant, one who debates. In Plato's dialogues, Socrates is the major disputant. Disparage, to belittle. Blind and disparaging remarks were made about Lincoln's speech. Disrepute, disgrace. Gandhi's Satyagraha placed British imperialism in disrepute. Disquiet, to make uneasy. At first, Macbeth was disquieted by the witch's prophecy. Dispirit, to depress. The gladiators' victory dispirited the Roman crowd. Disparity, difference in amount. The disparity in their ages was no obstacle to her. Dissever means to separate. Southern states attempted to dissever themselves from the Union. And our last one, distaste, which means aversion. Mr. Hyde's truculent visage engendered a feeling of distaste. There's another literary reference, that one to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So now that you've heard the stem close-up, you need to use the information that you've heard here, and you can also check the paper that's in the bin, and you will use it to do the activity that is found on the STEMS playlist.